Turn it down. Turn your computer down, please. All right, all right, all right. Welcome, welcome. All right, see if we can show our faces here. All right, make sure, Janelle, if you have your computer, or Angie, if you have your computer volume up, you have it turned down so we don't hear ourselves double if you're watching the live stream.
Is this good?
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you. All right, y'all. Welcome to another support group. Welcome to another Tuesday. Ooh. We're glad to see y'all faces. Y'all look pretty. Y'all look happy.
Hi, Juan.
What's up, Juan?
Gabe and Gary and Luis. Of course, Cameron.
Yo.
You joined, Jay.
Folks is here. Hey, T is here. T got rear-ended today.
What?
Yeah, it was bad. T, I'm glad you were able to make it, though. And I hope that they find the driver that rear-ended y'all. Yeah, they rear-ended his car. It was kind of a sad situation. But yes, we are ready to go into announcements. You want to kick off with announcements real quick?
Yeah. So first and foremost, if you're here, we obviously need to know that you're here. And if you want to be a part of the raffle, you need to write your name on, I don't know which side it would be. I think it's on that side for you guys over there. Or if you're on your phone, it's probably lower. So you need to write your name and who you are. Because I will be doing deliveries tomorrow for the swag bags. So that's going to have a sweatshirt of your choice. Some of the sizes are kind of bigger. We have like a few smalls and mediums and larges. So if you want a swag bag, write your name over there. And if you've got a friend, let us know ASAP for this week. Announcements this week. Tomorrow night, Jimmy, is Mike doing it with you?
Mike may or may not do it. It depends on where he's at. But Mike may make a special appearance. But we are for sure still doing video games tomorrow night. So if you are down to do some video games tomorrow night, I think this week we're probably hitting up Fortnite. We did Call of Duty last week, so this week we'll do some Fortnite with y'all. And that means that we can get more people with Fortnite. So it'll be really fun.
Yeah. So all of you boys or girls, because it is not just a game for boys, you can join. Tomorrow. Yep. So text me.
I'm going to send out so be paying attention to the Instagram. I'm going to send out a Google Hangouts where if you are wanting to play video games tomorrow, I'll send that out so that way you can just join that around 10 o'clock tomorrow. We're going to do it at 10 o'clock. So that way you guys, we can all get connected in the same room, and then we can all make sure our respective systems work and all that stuff like that. So I'll put that in the bio for the Instagram tomorrow.
Babe, so win. Gary, what are you gonna? Who's your babe that you're gonna win?
Hey,
that's funny. And then for Thursday, we're gonna do Connect, and we have a really special guest appearance. I've never met him. Jimmy's never met him. Angie's never met him. But it's Mike's friend, and he has a really cool testimony. So if you were here last week and you heard Juice's really cool testimony, you want to be here this week for another really cool testimony. And then we're doing another giveaway of swag bags. So, hi, Linda. If you want a swag bag, and you can't win twice. So you can just win once today and then once on Thursday. So not 2 in 1 week. So if you don't win today, you can win on Thursday. So there's going to be 8 to 10 of you that are winning. And maybe more, because we have a lot of sweatshirts that I want to get rid of, because I went all the way to Treehouse, guys, and I saw the 3 vans there, and it made me really sad knowing that I couldn't be with all of you. And then I went in the Treehouse, and there was a bunch of rotten clementines. That was disgusting. And then I got all the sweatshirts and a bunch of candy bars and other things that I'm not telling you because some of it has to be a surprise. So if you want to be involved in that, if you want a swag bag, join tonight, obviously, and then Thursday. And now, announcements are over. So
all right. That means we got game coming up. Let's see if y'all ready for this game. See if y'all ready. If y'all still got your tropical island knowledge going. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna hit that up. Now, with that being said, y'all gotta make sure y'all really know your stuff, because we did this last time and I know I got a lot wrong. So we're gonna see if Angie's got her egg game going. Are y'all ready? So you want to move to a tropical island paradise. Are y'all ready? Where there's where there's literally no one else for 1,000 miles. No one else for 1,000 miles. Okay. All right, here we go. First question. Let's see if we can hit that. All right. Which one of these is not a real type of lava? I didn't know there were types of lava.
Yeah, I didn't.
Huh? So double A, Hanu, Pillow, and Pahoeho.
Pahoeho. Trip us up. I feel like Pillow is a type of lava. They're just trying to make us think.
Yeah,
I feel like that's like a consistency, like it's a light and airy lava, you know.
You just kind of want a hug.
You know,
a little bit.
Kind of like a snack. C. Everybody's saying C. We got a lot of C's going.
I'm gonna say B.
I'm gonna say A.
Okay. B.
B.
So that means that Pahoeho is a type of lava, which
I don't even know if
I want y'all
that right.
Watch out for that Pahoeho. It'd be hot.
It's not Pahoeho. I'm thinking
Pahoeho is hot. Watch out. All right, here we go. Which of these tropical fruits grows on? I think we did this one already.
We did that one, yeah.
Let's go to this next one.
Okay, SPF.
What does SPF stand for?
Ooh.
Sun protection factor? Sun prohibitive feature? Solar protection factor? I gotta go with D. I'm going with D.
Solar protection.
D.
Solar sun suggested
protection factor. Sun.
You'll be back. We'll see you. We'll see you in a little bit.
A.
I'm going with D.
Yeah, I was gonna say A as well. Suggested protector. Yeah.
Well, Cam says B.
Yeah, I would say A.
Sun protection factor. I'm going with solar. Solar sounds more scientific.
Solar sounds more scientific. You gotta add that science sprinkle in there, man.
Yeah, and SPF is specifically, I think, for sunscreen.
Yeah.
Right? Like they say SPF 50, right?
Suggested.
All right, what is it?
Everybody's saying A. We got a lot of A's. We got a lot of A's, B's, and
I feel like I'm wrong
B's.
because I'm saying it.
Yeah, here we go.
Sun protection.
Hannah got it. Jay got it.
Yeah. No, that was Janet. Yeah, Janet.
Janet.
Janet Garcia.
All right, next.
Last question. Are y'all ready for it? Okay. Which of these terms means they're right in front of your yacht?
The right front.
Starboard is the side, right?
Port.
I think it's the stern. Port bow.
I'm gonna say port bow.
Yeah, I think that too.
I'm saying A. I'm saying A, port stern.
I'm saying port bow. That one sounds fancy.
I'm getting a lot of D's from Hopeless. Getting a lot of D's.
Stern.
Someone said no.
The bow is the bow the front, or is the stern the front? I think stern. I think it's like your sternum, right?
Right front. Oh, right front, not just.
Oh, it's the right front. Oh, right.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Bow or
starboard.
Bow.
Oh, this is tough. Okay, when a ship ports, when it goes into port, you exit. You exit on the right side. You exit on the right side. I'm saying port. I'm saying port stern. I'm saying A. I'm still sticking with A. All right, y'all ready?
Yeah, ready.
Wait, what's your guess? You know?
It was B.
You saying it? What? You said that so confidently, like I'm wrong.
Not confident at all, but I'm
all right.
Wrong.
All right, Angie, what's your guess?
B.
B.
Mm-hmm.
Leah said K.
K.
Hold on.
Yeah. C.
Oh, it's C. Starboard. I was all the way off.
Did you, JVN?
All the way off.
Gabe got it.
All right, y'all. Well, it looks like a few of y'all can actually survive on a deserted island.
Yeah.
I can't. I cannot.
No.
So,
Although I don't know how we would have it or what a yacht would have to do.
Oh
with
yeah,
it,
no. What?
so. I mean,
yeah.
it could crash, but
Well,
A
you
yacht?
guys,
More like a kayak or something. type of
y'all
deal.
still killed it. All right. I'm gonna throw the background music back in here, but not some light ones, some light music, so that way it's not killing y'all.
get it right, Cameron.
All right. There we go.
Alrighty, guys.
Oops.
Oh.
Sorry.
I know we're like, ugh.
All right. I'm gonna let y'all two have at it.
Hi, Jamie. Okay. So as you guys can see, we have Angie here. I feel like I can wrong side. It's like backwards on my computer, and I just kind of want to like high five Angie. Angie, can we try and high five?
Ooh, yeah.
1, 2, 3.
No. Why would you high five back?
I don't know. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we have Angie here. You
Hold
guys.
on. That was pathetic. That was just absolutely pathetic. Anyway.
That was good for a laugh, though.
You went back.
I don't. It's like because it's all backwards. It's got me messed up. For those of you that don't know Angie, you have the privilege of hearing her tonight. Angie is one of the coolest, sweetest, most down to earth girls I've like ever met. I met Angie. So I started working at Treehouse 3 years ago, and Angie that was her senior year. And so I remember like the first time I went on a one-to-one with her, me and her and Daviana went to, I think it was like a cookie monster place or something like that.
Yeah.
And it was also crazy because that was the day that I found out my mom had breast cancer. So it was like I was trying to figure out how to like do my job at Treehouse all while dealing emotionally with this other stuff. And Angie was literally like the sweetest, most encouraging girls. So tonight, Jimmy, can you turn that down a little bit? Tonight we get to hear a little bit of Angie's story. So I'm just gonna start off with Angie. How did you grow up? What were some things that happened growing up?
I mean, I grew up in Bloomington. Some things that how I grew up. I mean, I have 4 brothers. And I mostly lived with my mom for the most part, but my dad was here in and out. So we never knew if we were gonna see that guy or not.
Yeah. Were they together? Or no?
It's complicated. Yeah.
Did you have any brothers or sisters?
4 brothers.
4 brothers. Were you the baby?
No, I was the second oldest.
Okay.
So.
All right. What was school like for you? Like, how did you do in school?
School was always, well, for sure, it was always a little harder for me to concentrate and to really pay attention because of stuff that would be going on at home or either at school. I would get bullied a lot. So school is always a little bit harder for me, and I have a hard time concentrating in general. So
yeah.
Have forced.
Can anyone relate with that? They have a hard time concentrating in school, especially like during this time. I don't know how you guys are able to stay on track at home, like when there's so many other distractions, and I'm sure your families are wanting you to do stuff while you're at home. Can anyone else relate with that? Write it in the chat. Okay, what are some of like the things that were going on at home that made you feel hopeless?
A lot of the things that went on at home. So my mom is schizophrenic, and she had a lot of moments. Sometimes when my dad was like stuff like my dad leaving for a while and not coming back would trigger those like episodes. So a person that has schizophrenia starts listening and hearing stuff that isn't really there in their head. So my mom would have her moments and stuff where she would, so she would like harm herself or stuff like that. And it was hard for me or like all of us watching that because that was our only protector at our time, and it was kind of like the role was reversed. Like we were always kind of taking care of her and having to control her and calm her down. So that made me feel hopeless a lot of the time growing up, because I never, like, I don't know, I felt like I was taking care of my parent when it should have been the other way.
Yeah. So when did that kind of start, that you were feeling like you had to take care of your mom?
It definitely started the more my dad would start, like, because my dad cheated a lot on my mom, so it would definitely start or I feel like it's always been a thing, but for sure as soon as we could start cooking and cleaning for ourselves, that's when it started getting worse. So I would say around like the age of like 10 or 11. Yeah, it was crazy.
So in those times of like feeling hopeless, what is something that you would do to make you feel hope, or what is something that you would cling to? Or did you have like a group of friends that you could go to and they would help encourage and support you?
For me, the thing that made me at least not think about that type of, or like what was going on, was reading. I loved reading books because it kind of like took me away from whatever was happening in my life, and I could focus on something else. So, we didn't have internet or like computer, but I could always check out a book, and I liked reading a lot of fiction books and kind of getting lost in the book that I was reading, because I could kind of live a life through a character or something, or like see how they were expressing their emotions and whatever fairy tale book I was reading that day or that week. I think that was something that really helped me kind of not focus on what was happening in my own life.
Yeah, that's really good. Yeah. Did you have like a mentor or anything growing up?
So my mentor, I didn't really meet any mentor or any like figure or parental figure ever till I started going to Treehouse. I think my mentor at the time was so the area director at the time. Some of
how you came to Treehouse.
Okay, how I came to Treehouse. I had a best friend that started going to Treehouse, and she just kind of told me, "It's like, hey, hop in this van. We're gonna go somewhere," and I did. And it ended up being such an awesome, amazing place that, yeah, really helped me through everything. It was so cool that I think it was my first night, I sat through a support group, and I thought that was really, really awesome, because I've never done anything like that. And I thought it was really cool that all the students that were my age that were there actually sharing about, what their week was going, and they were being vulnerable. I thought that was really awesome, because I felt like I could never be vulnerable anywhere else.
Mm-hmm. How many of you have had the same experience of that's how you came to Treehouse? One of your friends was just like, get in the van. Right in the chat. Didn't you also say that like Greg used to serve lunch at Kennedy, and he would always give you extra food?
Yeah. It was Kyle and Greg, which were two of the previous workers at Treehouse. They would always give us a little extra food, throw in a little extra breadstick here and there, the chocolate or whatever. The garlic bread, that the only good part about lunch, yeah, they would throw an extra one in there. So
yeah. Angie went to Kennedy.
Yes.
So she graduated from Kennedy. I wish I would have started serving lunch. Kennedy didn't want us there at the time. Okay. So what is something nowadays that brings you hope, or like what are you doing with your life now that brings you joy?
What I've been doing in my life right now is definitely trying to get more involved in everything. I work at Starbucks currently, so I am currently developing there, I guess, if that makes sense. Every time they throw something different at me, but it energizes me. I like being at Treehouse. I feel like my schedules are getting a little more filled up, but it brings me joy. I'd rather do stuff and talk to people, and I love talking to all of you, and I miss seeing your faces, so that's something that really brings me joy.
Yeah,
that's what I like communicating and talking to people, and that's kind of ties into my job right now at Starbucks. That's what we do, is we talk and communicate with people, and you meet community, and whatever store you're at, you meet that community. It's really awesome.
Have you noticed like a difference of people that come into Starbucks? Are they actually allowed to come into your store, or do they have to go through
No,
drive-thru?
it's through the drive-through.
Do you notice like a lot of hopelessness in the people that come through the drive-thru?
Oh yeah. So the first week when we started shutting down stores, so the biggest thing that Starbucks focuses on is connecting with a person. Like that's their main mission or whatever. And my usual go-to is like, oh, how was your week? What's something that you're excited for? What's something that made you feel happy? When everything started shutting down, it was really hard when I asked those questions. They would say like, well, I just lost my job. I can't pay my employees. I just got laid off, stuff like that. So I saw a lot of hopelessness, especially that first couple of weeks when nobody really knew what was happening. You heard a lot, and it was crazy because usually, I don't know, you don't hear so many customers be that transparent about how they're feeling or if they're having a bad week. You don't really hear that, but it was for sure crazy. Like I heard like the St. Paul, because I worked in St. Paul, one of the officers that came in on a daily basis, she just broke down crying. It's like crazy to me when you see like, a police officer experiencing or going through hopelessness because she didn't know about her future and everything that was going on.
Yeah. Last week, my sister, she's a cop for Minneapolis, and she was exposed to COVID, and she got like actually sick, and it was really heartbreaking to see my nieces. They came and stayed with us because my sister and they're divorced, and like they were so heartbroken not being able to see their mom during that time because they were like afraid that she was going to die from COVID and all this stuff. And then my sister like stopped by to see them, and it kind of made it worse because they just wanted to hold her and hug her, but they couldn't even. So yeah, the amount of hopelessness in this world right now is real, you guys. And the amazing opportunity that we have, though, is that we can help end that just by being a positive example to people and loving them well wherever they're at. So, yeah. Do you have any advice or support for the teens? What's something that you wish you would have heard when you were younger?
Something I wish I would have heard when I was younger is that things do get better, and that everything negative that you may be exposed to or be going through right now is really just temporary, and it's really what you make it. If you have good support from your friends and family, and even if you don't have that, like Treehouse is such an awesome place. Like they motivated me to do so much, and I wouldn't have been able to have the confidence that I do right now if it wasn't for Treehouse and how they've taught me to live my life through Christ and everything. And it really, like, you guys, this is an awesome, awesome place. But something I wish I would have heard when I was growing up is that this is like whatever hopelessness or whatever fears you might be feeling right now, it's not forever. That is just temporary. And it does get better. It gets so much better, you guys.
That's good. That's really good and really true. Also, I wanted Jimmy's like in the background, and he was going like this, and I really wanted to add him to the stream. Surprise! Jimmy, do you have any questions for her that you want to ask?
I do. Okay, so you've been someone who's seen all the changes that Treehouse has gone through, and seeing like all the different changes. I think a lot of times people are initially perceive that Treehouse isn't Treehouse because this person's not there or that person's not there anymore or whatever. And I want to know your perspective on that. Do you agree with that perspective, or do you feel like that there's something about Treehouse that can stay constant through all the change that it goes through?
Well, first, I feel like, especially teenagers, when you get close to somebody, like, change is hard. Change is hard for everybody in every aspect in life, whether it be at work, at home, at school. Change is really hard. So I feel like that's why a lot of people say stuff like that, like, oh, well, Treehouse isn't the same without so-and-so and so-and-so. But at the end of the day, I feel that every volunteer and every staff member that I've met at Treehouse, new or old, have one same thing in common, and that's the love that they bring to you guys. I think you see that at every Treehouse that I've visited it has that same, at the end of the day, that's what I feel is the same. It's like they have the same love for you. Like that doesn't change. I feel like that is what I
Without strings.
love without strings. Exactly. They'll love you like regardless of who you are, what you've done, or what it is. It's just
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's huge. That's huge. Thank you. I thank you for sharing that. I think that so many kids who have gone through so many changes, I think like kids like Reggie and Diamond and so many of you guys and Justin and so many of you guys have gone through just seeing how Treehouse and Cam, seeing how Treehouse has evolved through the years. I think it's really hard to go through those changes, but I think that just hearing your words and give folks like that hope through it all. So thank you. Thank you.
That's our prayer too, Luis. That's really good. So with that being said, once again, we're just so thankful for Angie and just her commitment. Anything I've asked Angie to do for you guys, she's always like, yes. She doesn't have to like think about it. She's like straight away, yes. Like I love these kids. So if you ever want to have a one-to-one or FaceTime in this time with Angie, I'm sure she would be more than willing to talk to you.
Some of you girls haven't texted me back. I'm gonna keep bothering you.
Oh,
You know
no.
who you are. Linda. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, so thank you, Angie, for sharing. We are really, really thankful for everything that you do. And with that being said, we're gonna do support groups now.
Yeah. Y'all know what to do.
Yeah.
Look at the little doobly-doo, the little thing down below. Click that link. Get up in your support groups and go holler at your family. You know what I'm saying? We miss y'all. We miss seeing y'all faces. I know it's not in face to face like normally, but we still love having y'all with us.
And you do have to join support group to be in the raffle for the swag bag. So if you want the swag bag, which I know you do because I want it, you got to join support group.
For real, get free stuff. Like, come on now.
Delivered to your house, like it's just gonna be bestowed upon you, gifts and presents.
Free stuff.
All right. Join it up.
Y'all know we love you. We'll see y'all in support group. Peace. Have a good one.